So listen, you see this episode of Bones where she already told her don't do math. She got screwed over by math. Let me tell you something to happen today. It is 1/30/2020. Let me tell you what happened today, right? Today I woke up and I was feeling like there was no reason for love no more. Like my heart been broken so many times and the depression that I'm going through the social economics because the position that I'm in life, and I'm trying to make the situation even more wonderful in my life. But the things I've been through that led me to certain little positions in my life, and little things that's bothering me certain times. It sometimes when I thought about it, I was like, yo, listen, a lot of people did stupid things. Now, let me explain certain things when it comes to me and my physical reality to the reason of my being. Now, let me tell you how real this situation is. And I'm watching Bones. I'm watching an episode. I'm watching an episode of Bones right now. Right now, the funny thing is, even down to my emotions, if somebody bother me or they do something wrong to me to disrupt me, is a million years back in the past. I'm just giving you a round off any number of a estimated amount. It could be a million years already back in the past that when they realize something was wrong, then it's gonna be the present time, a million years of the present time, and a million years of the future. All in the same time, all around me like a paradigm. Because remember, a paradigm, the truth remains the same, it just is light. You see? I close the light, you can't see the distance of certain things clearly, right? And then it's like darkness and light, same paradigm. And this is the year of the element, of the wonderful natural vibrations. We going into the month of Pisces right now. You know what I'm saying? We don't even have to speak about certain things that's going on in life. We don't even listen, some people are not ready for that type of physics or calculation. I'm gonna just say just like this, right? Dame Wu to certain other people, like I said yesterday, to those I don't want to see stay the fuck away from me, that been fucking up life, and to those that I love, continue making happiness, hope, finding the wealth and enrichment in life, and the ones that honored and kept their vow of love continue finding love through honored stature to accomplish the things you need to accomplish, as long as you're upright, honesty, and a righteous person, and a true and innocent person, also of love. And let me explain something to you, right? It's like a paradigm. It's like a graph. A person will do something to me. They'll have enough time to think that I did something already, and then I didn't even do nothing yet. When they come check me in the present time, they'd be like, "What happened?" And then next thing you know, is in the present time when they were fucking with my emotions or fucking with me to fuck me up. That's when the situation triggered everything, because depending on how I feel. And then you want to know something so funny, because a people that would fuck up the star chart of love would be it would be fucked up people, but people that did it to themselves. It's just like I would say, the people, like certain people that get people sick and try to keep up for doctors so they can get paid, because some people try to make their own revenue and they try to be scheming for other people once they get little hookups or they learn. This is why also I was mad at I'm always I agree with Trump 100%. Anything he wants to do in life, do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm with it 100%. But sometimes I'm mad at the tax brackets, the little funny openings that they had in the tax brackets, where you show a little point of physics, of intellect, of intellectualness, could even trigger a whole broader range on a level of physics in another form of physics in a graph. So when you do tax brackets, tax cuts, and you show people certain things that they're not supposed to know and they weren't supposed to know for themselves, it's just like fucking up. It's just like fucking up the whole. It's like messing up everybody. It's like that's like causing the end to everybody, because certain things people wouldn't have realized unless they were educated and learned it honestly for themselves. And then when they become criminals, you don't want to be the one that said you open the door and do certain things, because it's just like going to the store and I tell you people be scheming to go in and out my door. I don't know. That been happening for a long time. I don't know what's wrong with them people. Sometimes they're mentally ill and I gotta think about my safety, so I'm not gonna try to make no scene. But if I could prevent them from going through my door, sometimes I tried. But sometimes you gotta really think about it. But I'm just gonna be real. Sometimes it's just like an ugly nurse or a person that's fucked up and ugly that work in a hospital that would fuck doctors up, that would fuck a love star chart of love up. Because you have to have a real love for life just to be able to even be a doctor. So once you have certain people that demoralize in the reason of the field, that's like malpractice. So you have certain people that has their own rotation or routine of things happening, and then when they come to practice it around me, it's like fucking up everybody's life. So you gotta watch what star charts is around me sometimes of social economics. You can't have certain people around me with certain mentalities, because you have certain people in certain social star charts that scheme and are so much grimy. They done try to find the little intricacies of everything to end the world. And once they get to a broad horizon to practice what they're doing, it could be the end of reality if you're not on point or skilled enough to on their level to even combat with the situation. Go along with the situation, I'm telling you, because this is like Mushu, but go along with the situation, I'm telling you, to know, it's just like, I'm just being real, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna listen. I'm not gonna say certain things, but you have to know even in life how to regard your humane condition and emotions when it comes to people, because this is why you learn about mannerism. It's like, imagine a person coming from a palace and then putting them some dirt box where their life don't mean nothing. That's like causing a nervous breakdown on a high form in the star chart and manipulating the physical reality when a person's supposed to be living in a palace, having life happy, for their emotions can be built. Because you don't never know what a person is worth, and then a person trying to build something, you don't ever know what a person is worth emotionally, mentally, or physically, and then you make the mistake and try to show them person's lessons in life in certain ways, and they're not a person that experience or know about certain things like that, and they prolong and do it too long. You can cause a misery or a nervous breakdown and cause the end of the whole world off of emotions. Like, nobody would expect my emotions can end the whole world, like cause individuals to even the world to be ended. Because if I check, it's just like I checked on the star chart of love today. Now, love is something you can't play with. Not for certain empresses, they can't even be with another woman. They can't give themselves away. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about the reasons of honor of love. But I'm going to say just like this. You know what I'm saying? Once certain people, I said today, once a person breaks their oath, once a person breaks their oath, it trickles down to how long the oath was there and when that person started to break it. So it's just like a crack. It's like a crack, a beginning crack. So it has to happen already and start forming in the paradigm. It's just like, if you're into crystal skulls, listen, my anatomy is so wonderful, my skeletal system, but if a person doesn't know certain things about intricacies and about intensity to vibrational current of light, and then next wondering where the crack begins and how it spreads through time. And remember, it's a time when certain people come through the door, certain things are happening because the vibrational current and emotions and the devastation or traumatic experience that they carry with themselves that could cause a certain type of way, especially if they're grimy or greedy or they scheme on people a lot, or they do things because they know they wouldn't have it a certain type of way, and a person that's upright that's supposed to have it, certain things wouldn't have certain outcomes, and then you have certain people that just want to be better than the people that's naturally supposed to excel to their height of their gift in life of certain things, and then you have people that doesn't excel, that's like combating against them, that's trying to take their luck or their chance. Those are like people that's just trying to steal food out their mouth or take their luck and their chance because they want to be on their level. So their causes are Armageddon, even in emotions, spiritual, even all in physics in the periodical graph. Now, but if you have somebody that does certain things, like I'm hearing voices ever since, when I first moved here, I wasn't hearing it. I wasn't hearing, it sounds like a bunch of chicks that are mad. There's something that they caused, and then they finally caught up, and then because they saying, I be hearing derogatory remarks that's very hurtful sometimes, a certain type of way, but I ignore it. And I haven't never heard stuff like that. And I had a schizophrenia condition for a long time, but the way I'm hearing it is like people that did something to themselves, or people that let open the door and they see somebody else's competition, like a fucked up nurse or a fucked up doctor or somebody ugly or somebody decrepit that you don't want to look at in life, and then they know what they're doing and they're just going after certain people and they're causing a trigger reaction because they found the easy way to do it. It's like tax cuts. You see somebody that showed them certain things that weren't weren't supposed to know, and it opened their intellect to certain things. It's like showing somebody else in their family, and the next thing you know, it spreads. That's why, just like when people have land, you don't let certain people be buried on your land. You don't do certain things because you don't want to break the reason of enlightenment. Because if a person calls down a person, or inquires a person of intensity, like I think Chris Lighty knew this, and this is why like he started going other routes in his life. And then certain things happened to him because probably somebody else must have realized what he realized, and then certain things started developing. Because you can imagine a person that knows and realizes situations of light, that knows the importance, can't stick around with regular people. It's just like when I had to be Edgar Casey. I was literally Edgar Casey. Because my family is not had to be, but the way they knew me a certain type of way, if I could form their legacy and lineage, for they wouldn't feel uncomfortable. So when I'm dealing with them, other people wouldn't recognize me from another place. I used to just, put a wonderful frame on myself to go of looking of the purity when I made the legacy and lineage, and then continue dealing. But through time, a person has to be honest with their look. So you want a person to learn the reason why I was dipping and diving other places, just to make sure people was all right learning their lessons to their physics, so they can understand what I'm speaking about now, understand their college lessons that they're learning even still to this day. Remember, when I was Edgar Case, I didn't even want to sit and speak to certain people. Then you have people that know certain things like that, and they remember certain things like that, and then next they go after certain people through time because they remember another person doesn't know the historical fact of what's going on in other people's life, what they connected to, and they might know a little more, and then they waiting for a perfect time to strike when a person's not around. Then they get to know the people, then they start scheming and getting into other people's affairs, just like what they did to my building in the World Trade Center. You got to think about all these type of situations in life. But some people don't even think about them situations. But you have people that do all type of stuff. So you have people that's scheming on me every day. I've been hearing derogatory, hurtful remarks coming, and it's every time I go in the shower or I'm by myself and good things are happening. It's like somebody that infiltrated the shadow clan or something. Like they came in the shadows in other places, and then they saying their remarks for me to hear and want me to feel their funny vibrations. And then I be hearing the tapping on pipes, like somebody randomly goes through the apartment or building, like they tapping on. Sometimes, and that never happened, like because I'm cool with the people that live in my house, so I know it's not them. So it's something else that's causing the situation, probably from above, probably from the side apartment. It could have been anything, but I could hear it. So, and they're making it known for me to hear. So I don't know what's causing the situation. But like I said, whatever happened to them, they already caused it already. That if it was in a million years in the past, this present time when they're doing what they're doing to me is what causes it's like a crack. It's like a crack. You ever seen a glass crack and it has an inner crack, and then you wonder where it formed and it starts spreading? It's the same thing, because a person has to catch up with the situation to shatter or the real situation or the force that holds it together before it shatters, right? So a person, they caused it to themselves, and then on top of it, they're mad at me at the present time when they already at that present time is when they did it to themselves. You can't be mad at me for that because what you don't know is what you're not supposed to know can get you hurt. And other people that know that, I've been explaining it in so many other ways and other levels of physics on my documentaries. If you didn't realize it before, you had to have been stupid. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to continue just being a certain way. It's just like I told Trump, like I was mad at individuals, like, yo, you open the door a certain type of way for other people. It's just like doing it to over. Everybody that's natural with it is gonna be natural with their thing, because it's like it's like constellation. It's gonna be the natural enlightenment to the order, and certain things gonna naturally happen. But when you do it for certain other people, it's just like a person that wants to know about sacrecy. There's certain things sacred. It's like I think about certain things. I'm so deep in thought. Like back in the days, I used to explain certain things in allegorical form and parables for people to grasp certain things that was spiritual, that would heighten their risings to their consciousness back in the days. And that's what probably attracted them to me and kept them watching me through the years, because it was amazing just to sit down and have a real conversation with me or really know me and then watch the things that happen in my life. So another person that knew that, so it's like while people sitting down and certain people are missing, like, well, I had cousins that passed, family members that passed, and then you see the individuals that caused it, that was trying to scheme to get next to me. It's like, causing, it's just like when I was Edgar Casey, other people that couldn't sit down with me. You know, like how people want to kidnap people. You have kidnappers that, grown adults like parents that kidnap their children and bring them to certain secrecy so they can learn. But then you have other people that's like the difference, the other side. How can I say? The parallel side to the situation, and then they're just like, it's an Armageddon battle, because if they start doing the same thing, it's like a pattern, and then you gotta figure out what's good and what's bad. It's just like people that's trying to break into secrecy. Just like I said, it's like tax cuts. When you do a little thing so simple for certain people, it spreads in the horizon because it's the natural physics to the anatomy light of the vibrational current to the human condition and the individual. But if a person not paying attention, then you wonder what's causing it. Yo, listen. Back in the days, I used to speak. I was a certain type of way. I used to keep certain things to myself. I started drifting away from people when I realized the scheming that the people that was around me, from first hand around me, all they were doing was scheming on me and trying to use me to do certain things without people knowing consciously what they were doing. So they had already a routine of how they treat people so they can make certain things happen already in life. And they were foul and grimy, and then they just mastered the craft of a certain things. And then you had people that was combating it that wasn't foul and grimy, but then they had to play distance from me because they can't be around me to get the real love for emotion, where it could be wonderful, because it would have been like a wipeout to the foul and grimy people. So you have like a war that continues every day in life. And remember, I'm the real rider, real Osiris. So the reasons of physics, it goes so far back to natural high intellect, to the star charts, social star charts, to planets, solar systems, and galaxies. It'd be so serious when a person that knows their craft, because you have to have somebody that really knows their craft, that's been around for a while, that's doing certain things a certain type of way, and they're taking advantage of their position of power at certain times when they're around certain individuals. So you got to be very careful. I try to explain this to other individuals. Look, that's scary. Sometimes you see certain things and it looks scary in life. You know what I'm saying? Because a certain people that's supposed to be around you can tell, it's just like, certain things are for me, certain things I just don't like. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying certain things a certain type of way, because certain people might find other people beautiful because it's meant for them to find beauty. Sometimes it might not be for a man to find certain things a certain type of way. And on top of it, she's a fair, pretty chick, but she deals with other type of men and that have a rugged personality. You can tell she deals with certain men that have a rugged personality, and then she's susceptible to other things at times, because a person that wants to break through a lineage and bloodline to fix appearance or certain things a certain type of way, they do certain things sometimes certain ways, because the fact is, and then people that do certain things, they got to bargain with them and all time. I can imagine my wives in the spiritual realm, the things that they got to go through. But I've been through all types of worse situations than them. Yo, listen, I got to keep the atmosphere still lit, still to this day. Come on, bro. Come on, think about it. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just funny. It's just funny about a situation. And then you have people with a vibrational current. This is why I tell you, when the Lord's for my DNA celestial, I stay lit a certain type of way. I'm a refiner. You know what I'm saying? Get away from me if you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm being real. But then you have things that happen like this. The mixture in genes a certain type of way sometimes that fucks a man up there, because certain marriages, certain family, you never know if a family fuck up and then they wait till a certain time scheming on another family to marry in their family before they bring down their family, get into their secrecy, all time. You gotta be very careful certain things, because certain people be mad at people through time, and then on top of it, they want to make up for it, and they don't want it to happen again because they already slipped up once. So you gotta watch certain things that even happen in the ways that certain things happen in life. You gotta be real in life, even down to international security. Natural laws. I'm still teaching physics, so you don't even. Listen, I don't got nothing else to say about certain things, man. I'm just being so real about the situation, and then you have people, the way they might be doing a vibrational current, and because I'm living in a place, there might not even be people in the house, but I'm living in a place that's concrete. A person could come tap on the pipes like a rat or something, or a certain type of way, and try to send a vibrational frequency to a literal lit element, a building that's an element to the vibrational conduct, and then causes certain things, and then it's interpreted in certain type of ways. If you have high voltage enough, you can see little images in concrete, even on walls. So you have a bunch of people that has to be educated when it comes to the humane. Yo, listen, man. You know the intensity of anatomy and intensity of vibrational current, the ignition. Yo, I'm just yo. Listen, man. You know, keep your people away from me. That's fucked up their life a million years in the past and wondering in the present moment how did they do it. Why it already happened, it feels like to them because of the present of what they're doing in the present time, of the forwardness they're trying to go in the way they're going about their scheming in life, and they wouldn't even realize that once they do it a certain type of way, it's gonna be a million years in the future also. So it's a paradigm of time. So these people done did it to themselves just once or somebody opened the door to them. It's like a person doing tax cuts, like showing people certain things. You know how certain people want social votes and then they try to get a backing of a social congregation of certain people, and then next thing you know, you start showing them things and then things they didn't know, and then you show the wrong person certain things, and then they really start backing you, and then you got a situation. After a while it develops into a situation on your hand, and then soon then your emotions come numb and dull, and you become like, oh, numb to everything in life. And then on top of it, I'm a man of, I made a star chart of love. A person makes me feel dull towards love, like how they making me feel now, it's causing the end of the world. That's like causing the end of civilization. Just a way of. You don't want to believe me? Don't worry about it. Yo, listen, man. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful life. Dame Wu to all the enrichment and the innocent, honest, and upright people. And I hope you find happiness and love. To all the other messed up people, I hope you die. Stay the fuck away from me. I want and just stay. Yo, listen. Don't ever consider me in life till you ever become upright and honesty, and will know because it'll be evident. But until then, stay away from me. I'm just being real. Anybody else? Have a wonderful life. Love one.